Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Solana. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money. And one more thing I do want to add is if you want to leave a dislike on the video, please make sure to leave a comment saying why you didn't like the video exactly so that I can improve my content in the next videos. That's just something that I was thinking about. So if you could do that, that would be incredible. Other than that, let's jump straight into the chart. So we are on the daily chart right now. We have the logarithmic scale on, and you can see I have my Fibonacci level set from this low in January all the way to this high in May. We had our pullback, barely got to the 0.618, and then we have our next impulsive wave. So we had an impulsive wave, came down, another impulsive wave, coming back down, and another impulsive wave perhaps is what we're looking for. So I did give you this high of $205 pretty much. This is where we could have got rejected, and we pretty much did exactly that. We went a bit above. We got rejected from $214. You can see that is where the 1.414 is. We got rejected. We're holding the 1.272 on the fib as support, which is great. But I think if Bitcoin starts a little correction and we have a little pullback and Bitcoin goes to the lower 40Ks, higher 30Ks, we're coming back down to the 55 EMA on the daily chart, which currently sits at $104. So this can be a major support level, and this will be a major support level if we start going back down. So have the 55 EMA as your buy order, okay? That is very important. One other thing, if we do have a deep correction for Bitcoin, what we can do, bounce off the 55 EMA, hit the 1.272 as resistance, and we go straight back down to the previous swing high, okay, the previous all-time high. And that is what projects, usually do, and that's what prices usually do, is you get rejected from a level, you come back down, you start consolidating, we form this triple bottom over here, you break that high, and then you retest it as support for confirmation of the uptrend, and then we continue on. That is exactly what can happen over here. So don't think that Solana went had all these gains and now it won't go back as low as $60 pretty much, because that is still very possible, and you can have your buy orders at $60, and that would still be a level where Solana can end up going if we have a deep correction for Bitcoin, okay? Just don't think that it won't have a strong correction if Bitcoin has one. Obviously, Solana can just start going from here and melting faces even with Bitcoin corrections, but you just have to be realistic. From this low over here, we appreciated 900%, okay? So it's gone pretty much parabolically. Now we're losing the 20 EMA over here, as you can see on the daily chart. So do expect the 55 EMA to hold as support. After that, after we break this 1.414 later in the year, I'm looking at this 1.618 at $408 per BNB, okay? Per Solana. I do apologize. I was thinking about BNB for a second there, but yeah, so it's great. Really, it's doing great. Let's jump into more in-depth TA. Okay, so we are on the weekly chart, and as you can see, we're overextended from the 20 EMA, so you can go as low as $71 right now, and that's still going to be bullish, okay? And that would be a correction of 70% pretty much from the all-time high, which is significant, I know, but that doesn't mean that it has to happen, okay? We can do something like this, bounce off the 0.618, and have another move towards the upside to our target over here at $402, which is pretty much the same target that we have as the 1.618 on that larger fib. This is a smaller fib that I have set up from this low in July to this swing high in September, and we do have our 0.618 sitting here at $90. So I'm going to mark off that area. That is a very nice level to put some money into Solana if it ever gets there, and it may get there, and by the time it gets there, the weekly EMA would have creeped up and will be near that golden ratio. As you all know, the 0.618 is the golden ratio, and that is why I think we're going to come back down there, because 90% of the time, you have an impulsive wave, you come back down and you at least wick down to the 0.618 area. Sometimes you don't bounce straight off it, but you just come back down into that area, okay? That is very possible, so you have to keep that in mind. We're holding the 786 as support, $132. So if we start going down on Solana and we have a strong pullback on Bitcoin, I recommend you put your buy orders at the fib levels and just dollar cost average into the project, okay? But that's not a financial advice. The RSI is still very much overbought. So here on the weekly, we do have this point over here on the RSI where it does seem like we potentially can come back down and test this level as support now. Okay, so we can do something like this and come back down, bounce off this level. That would be your entry point on the RSI. And over here, we do have this support trend line. So if we do lose this support, you can see we can come back down there, or we can come back down there during the bear market to this trend line. So this trend line will be a significant support line in the future. So that's what I think. You can also draw a second trend line over here, because you can see that we're not really as you can see, this third bottom doesn't co-align with the trend line. So that's why you can have a second trend line over here perfectly set up for these two lows. But the first trend line is meant to have this level over here. We bounced off of it over here, we bounced off of it over here, and we bounced off of it over here, okay? So I'm just going to keep one trend line. It's fine. I'm just letting you know that it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So you have these three bounces off the trend line. Great. The stochastic RSI, that's what's bothering me at the minute, is we're still in the overbought area over here. So we're waiting for the bottoming out. We're waiting to be in the floor over here on the weekly. And potentially, we won't get that until the bull market ends, okay? I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. But if we have a correction on Bitcoin, you most certainly can expect the stochastic RSI to reset, come back lower, and this is where you want to buy. This will be your indicator, okay? So keep an eye on the stochastic RSI. The MACD is very much overextended. The moving average is far away from the signal line, and this is a lagging indicator. So the price has already started correcting, but we still haven't had the bearish cross. That's because this is a lagging indicator. So you can keep an eye on the MACD for confirmation of the trends. So when we start coming back up, we won't have the bullish cross on the MACD straight away, and we're just going to have to wait a couple of days for the confirmation on MACD after we start the uptrend. Now going into the daily chart. So we're holding the 20 EMA on the daily. We just started losing it. And if we do lose it, like I said, I gave you the 55 EMA as nice support. The RSI has started a nice reversal on the daily chart. We do have the bearish cross on the daily, so this will confirm our downtrend. And this occurred on September 13th, 4 days ago. So if you saw this, you could have either sold or either had some money ready for the dip for Solana, because, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that Solana is going to dip after that massive move. But the stochastic RSI has reset, so this is good. This is confluence to the fact that we're having our indicators reset, and we could see another wave towards the upside shortly, okay? Now let's jump into the 12-hourly chart, and we do have a bearish divergence over here. So a bearish divergence is when the RSI diverges from the price action, and I'm going to show you what that means. So on the price action, we do have a high and a higher high over here, but on the RSI, we do have a high and a lower high. This shows weakening of the trend. This shows that the bulls are running out of steam, and essentially this is your precursor of that correction. This was your little hint, and you got that hint, but this happened when September 8th. I don't know when was my last Solana video, but I didn't catch this. I do apologize. I didn't mention this in the Telegram chat either. I didn't notice this bearish divergence, but lo and behold, it did play out, and we do have this. We're carrying out this correction, and it's great. This is a great time to accumulate more Solana. Just dollar cost average into the dip. 12-hourly MACD as well in a bullish cross, obviously starting to get overextended on the bearish cross, and the 12-hourly stochastic RSI is in the floor as well, so this is good. we're consolidating. We want to start consolidating in between the 12-hourly EMAs over here. If you are in between the EMAs, you're consolidating. You're above the 20 EMA, you're in an uptrend. You're below the 55 EMA, you're in a downtrend. So right now, what we can do, consolidate and another move towards the upside, or we consolidate and come back down and hit the previous all-time high. That is also something that I see happening if we have a strong correction for Bitcoin. And jumping into the 4-hourly chart right now, not really noticing any strong patterns right now, but we were in this strong uptrend and now we're breaking structure. Bearish cross in the 4-hourly chart. That is strong. We're getting overextended from the EMAs on the 4-hourly chart, so you can potentially see a little move towards the 4-hourly EMA and just test that as resistance at $152. So that's something that's on the play. You usually just come up, hit your head on the EMAs, come back down, hit your head on the EMA again, get rejected, and come back down further. That's just how the downtrend works with the EMAs. MACD, obviously bearish cross, and the Stochastic Rsi is reset on the 4-hourly chart as well. So overall, I gave you your levels of support. You should know where to buy. And talking about selling, if you are looking to sell, I would recommend waiting and not selling right now if you're not in profit, because you can see that we have corrected a lot, and you just dollar cost average into this project. Once you see the next impulsive wave starting and you break this high, so you can start selling from this high at $216 and so on and so forth. You can sell another 15% perhaps at $402, at $350. It's all up to you how you feel, and it should be done as you wish. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel, check out the Telegram chat, the Discord server. Let me know if I missed out anything on the charts. Let me know if you're getting into Solana or have you been selling. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.